On a rainy night just before Christmas 2017, the Galway Salt Hill Rotary Club met for their annual Christmas dinner. The venue was the prestigious Audalawn Hotel in Taylor's Hill, Galway. Surrounded by twinkling lights and golden decorations, the members gathered to celebrate the end of another successful year, helping the community and looking forward to a bright future in 2018.
Well, I've been a member of the Salt Hill Tourist Association, having been president for a couple of years, and a friend of mine, John Gibbs, who was the bank manager at Salt Hill, he'd been talking to me about Rotary for quite a while before I finally joined, because at that stage I hadn't a clue as to what Rotary was all about. And but John kept inviting me, and eventually I came, and I discovered this was a great organisation, and it gave an opportunity to give something back to my fellow citizens and to help in social activity, and that's how I really got involved.
We're here tonight because we're celebrating 6 months of hard work and effort by everyone in the Rotary Club of Galway Salt Hill. It's our annual Christmas party, and each member pays to attend the party, and the food is excellent and prepared by the Audalawn Hotel, and we normally enjoy ourselves. Our evening consists of a small table quiz, and just to get people talking among themselves. We have a number of new members here, and we'd also like to welcome the Galway unit of Rotary Ireland, who have also are attending this evening to meet up with their colleagues in Galway Salt Hill. The achievement so far was we had the youth leadership programme, and we had 2 candidates who took part in the regional finals. We also had in June, which was under Michael's tutelage, we had the walk with the Blue Teapot Company and raised funds for them. Recently we had our indoor golf competition, which always goes down well, and we had people putting who had never putted a ball in their lives. And we raised money for both the Old Boys Club and the Western Alzheimer's Association. In the coming 6 months up to June, end of June, we will have a number of things like, for instance, the Young Chef of the Year. While it is cancelled on a national basis, we might still do it it's sponsored by Rotary, so we might still be able to do something with it. There's also the Young Photographer of the Year. But the continued emphasis is on fundraising. We also have the Kick the Wall down at the end of Salt Hill, and that is used where people walk. The tradition is that you kick it and you put some cash in, preferably notes, but coins would be acceptable. And it's good for you as well in that you can walk to the end of the pier and kick it and turn back around, and it's around a 5-kilometre walk in total. So it's a good way of keeping yourself fit and donating to a worthwhile cause. Well, my plans for next year is we're deciding at the moment what Kick the Wall candidates are going to go up there, and obviously they will be helped. We're looking at one of them being the premature babies, which we're going to put up, and we understand that is very useful and very helpful. For instance, what I didn't realise was the funds that we provided them with a year or 2 ago, they used it to buy a camera which took a photograph of tiny baby, which was then brought up to the mother, and it helped the mother actually see something tangible of her child who had just been born, and it helped the people actually see their newborn children. And I thought that was very gratifying, and we're going to continue to do things like that. We also helped people like the Society for Independent Living, which we would hope to meet with later on in the year. We will also have a sponsored walk, which will be yet to be decided on what area, but last year we had it on the Flaggy Shore, and the previous year we had it out near Killery Harbour. So we look at a range of places where we can actually hold the walk, so you'll have a short, medium and long course so that people can get involved no matter what their abilities are, or that if they have or haven't got them. One of the other functions that we have is we're constantly reminded, obviously, to look for new members, and we will only take on members if they have been recommended by another member of the group. Most of the members are in their 60s, 70s or whatever, and we're trying to keep that age profile and also get any new members who wish to join up.
So for me, Rotary is all about giving back and volunteering. And if there's one thing that makes you feel better, then it's doing something good, and then go home and share it with your family, and you have just a better evening.
Because when I joined up initially, it was going a bit slow, as I thought, for me. But then when I sort of persisted and stayed with the entity, I could see that there was a number of ongoing projects, ongoing fundraising projects going on, all in the background. And I said, okay, I'll give this a try and stay with it. And I must say I've been delighted to have stayed with it, because it has helped a number of entities, like, as I said, the Blue Teapot Company, the Society for Independent Living. We will be helping the premature babies again.
Back in Mexico, I had my own recording studio, and I work with musicians as well as different kind of endeavors. For example, one of my clients was a business focused on building and constructing different kind of automated gates, really fancy ones. Like we're talking about 30,000 euros per gate. So it was like a really high-end stuff. And during the conversation, he was talking about Rotary, and I was really interested about the idea of being able to communicate with people and talk to people who have the same mindset as me. So I always wanted to do something to change the world. So Rotary was the perfect fit for me. And it's incredible how big the community is, because you can find friends everywhere in the world. And I think that's the best part of Rotary.
In my first year, my daughter happened to mention that she had just come back from Africa, having spent a month there. She went out on her own time, and through an African lady here, visited Nairobi, and helped with this particular lady's mother, who was the teacher in a school involving about 50 orphans. She came back and was telling me about this orphanage, and it was at the time when I had just joined Rotary. I brought the attention of our own club here, and we decided we'd support that orphanage. I'm glad we did, because at the time there were 50 or 60 young children. A lot of the parents would have had died from AIDS. And I was glad to hear this year that one of those children, who was there, say, 30 or 40 years of age, that she qualified in university last year. So that was my involvement in the initial years in Rotary.
In conclusion, I would like to wish everyone out there, fundraiser or otherwise, or any members of any Rotary club anywhere, a happy Christmas and a happy New Year. And don't eat too much turkey, whatever else you do.
So we wish you a very prosperous 2018 from the Galway Salt Hill Rotary Club. Many thanks to the Audalawn Hotel in Taylors Hill, Galway. You can find us online at salthillrotaryclub.org, and we meet every Monday 6:30 at the Audalawn Hotel, Galway.